So Sasuke, our favorite emo, is far from being undefeated. He's been in a whole bunch of fights from the time he was a kid to the time when he was an adult. And although he was crazy strong, he wasn't bound to go home victorious every single time. Among his long list of battles, what exactly are the ones he lost? Are those losses even worth it? From being absolutely disrespected by Kakashi to his classic fight with Naruto, here are all Sasuke's losses ranked. Surprisingly, Sasuke hasn't lost too many battles during his career as a Konoha shinobi, despite most of them being against some pretty tough opponents. And starting off our list, Sasuke lost pretty badly during part 1, the most disrespectful of which was when he was buried under the sand by Kakashi. I wouldn't really call it the worst loss he faced since the poor guy was up against a pretty infamous Jonin. And similar to that, him losing to Zabuza and Orochimaru was pretty much expected as the two were pretty overpowered at that time. And next, his loss to Haku though was pretty much plot armor since I believe Sasuke could have beaten Haku if he played it smartly and didn't shield Naruto with his body. And then there's the fight with Gaara, but Gaara was way past Sasuke's level because he was a Jinchuriki. But me personally, I think that his worst loss in part 1 of the series was against Lee. When up against a shinobi in his age group, Sasuke was clearly at a disadvantage with Lee overpowering him with his taijutsu. And not to mention, Lee was still wearing his weights at this time when he drove Sasuke's head into the floor. Well, at least his loss to Itachi was more understandable because he stood no chance at all. The fights in Naruto Shippuden where he lost were a bit less justified since Sasuke had gotten a significant power up. With that fact, he lost to another Jinchuriki in the form of Killer B. In my opinion, Sasuke was just getting disrespected this whole fight. I mean, Killer B even stopped in the middle of the fight to write down lyrics. And Sasuke had his whole team behind him. And moving on next, we have his loss at the 5 Kage Summit. I'm not even too sure what he was doing there or why he think he could defeat any one of them. But I mean, I guess he did get Danzo, so that counts for something. But on the other hand, his most expected loss was with Itachi. Even though Itachi passed away, I can argue that Sasuke could not have beaten him if Itachi didn't go easy on his brother. But perhaps Itachi going all out would have been way more fair as compared to Madara, who literally just made him into a donut. Then comes Sasuke's final loss against Naruto, his internal rival slash boyfriend. The fight was pretty balanced and the two gave us an awesome fight, but the protagonist had to win in the end. Naruto had to yank Sasuke out of the darkness he was living in. And as a bonus, there's also Sasuke's encounter with the first and second Hokage. It was by far one of the coolest displays of power, and I'm sure the two could have wiped the floor with his face at that time. And to wrap up our final ranking of the fights Sasuke lost, I'm going to be ranking them 10 through 1. And starting off our list with number 10, we got Itachi, then 9 Zabuza, 8 Orochimaru, 7 Haku, 6 to 5 Kage Summit, and number 5 Naruto. Then number 4 we got Kakashi, 3 Lee, 2 Madara, and finally the number 1 is Killer B. I mean, Killer B has to be number 1 on this list with what he did to Sasuke. And there it is. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to watch more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.